Just wait till we get a few on. Right then folks, so you're joining me down at the clay pit at Western Pools on the day 3 of the Maver sponsored 3-day Western Pools Summer Festival. And as I just said, I've just come down onto the clay pit, and this is a scary old water for those of you that don't know much about it. Definitely some big old warriors in here, extremely deep. That's why most of the lads fish late on a top kit. Hopefully you can all hear me and the signal's okay. But I've come down here, spoke to a few chaps, and it sounds like there's not much coming out, to be all honesty, apart from this man, Aaron Williams. I've been here 20 minutes and I bet he's had 5. He's had a couple short, and then he's also had a few mugging. I'll walk around a little bit as much as I can. But on this lake, let me zoom back out again so it's not so shaky. On this lake we've got Niall Evans. I think Niall Evans is on this lake somewhere as well. He won the match the first day. I think he's sitting on 5 points. Aaron Williams is sitting on 5 points, who we've just been seeing, who's having a few. To give you an update, folks, it's not fishing great down here from what they're telling me. We do know these anglers tell a few fibs though, but nah, from what I'm seeing, I think it's a tough all day for most of them. I've only seen Aaron catching and consistently. The rest of them haven't had a great deal of fish. Back to the other places. Kieran Marsden, I spoke to him on the phone and been watching him. He said he's really struggling since we last spoke. He's got about £50. Now, if Jonathan Fairhurst can start catching a few up on Stretton, then he could trouble Kieran if he wins his section, and Kieran at the minute doesn't think he's winning his, then it could cause a few issues for him. But at the minute we're talking about clay pit, and I definitely think this is the man that's leading clay pit. He won his lake yesterday. Well, there you go folks, look at that, straight away he's literally just laid it out. Literally just laid that rig out as we were walking down, and he's straight into the fish. Yeah, he won his lake yesterday, so he got 1 point for that. 4th the first day, so he's sitting on 5 points. Currently sitting about 4th or 5th in the table. And there's a couple of people on 5 points. Just Kieran Marsden and Jonathan Fairhurst on 2 points. So obviously these boys are up against it, but I reckon Aaron is going to win this lake again if he carries on like this. Not as big as fish as the one he was catching short, but as I said, nobody else is really catching around the lake. There's not much going on. The chap there that you can see in the blue with the blue nets, he's just into a fish now, so he's had 1 or 2 shallow. But see if I can zoom in for you. I think you lose signal when lose the quality when I zoom in. I think that's... No, he's still got it on. Let's just see if we can show you what Aaron's doing. As I said folks, I just walked down here and he's had 2 since the time I've started walking, so definitely stringing a few together compared to the rest of the field of anglers down here. I've just did peg 36 and peg 34 talking, and they said they'd got about £50-60. What you got, Aaron?
70-80 pound.
Aaron's saying he's got £80. So he's a good £20 in front. Obviously we do know that anglers tell fibs, as I've said. But I think 90 odd pound on this lake compared to yesterday's weight, it's going to be a good old weight, to be honest. It's just fishing that jig down through the water. Obviously those that you'll know, the clay pit's notoriously deep. It's like 7 foot if you top kit or something ridiculous, 40 foot deep in the middle or something crazy like that. So it's big old water. You can see the fish swimming around here. There's a cruiser just right by his float. Look there, look at that cheeky little bugger. So they're all over the place. They all seem to be off. This is called the boards pegs. And he's got the boards to himself today. Oh, there you go, folks. Lovely little bit of jigger fishing there. So as you can see, as I said, he's catching better than the majority of people down on the clay pit. And also, I would imagine, if he's saying he's got £80, he's probably doing pretty well in the match, because I haven't seen anything massive being caught consistency wise. But bear in mind, as I said before, I'm only there for a snippet of time. We'll just watch him get this in, and then we'll carry on with our filming and bring you another update on Facebook after. But it'd be rude not to watch this fish being landed. Look at that, it's a decent fish as well. Very decent fish. So folks, there you have it, Aaron Williams down on the boards on the clay pit. I'm going to say I reckon he's going to win the lake if he carries on like this. Certainly can't see anybody else catching with that much gusto. And Aaron, as I said, won the lake yesterday. He won yesterday from I can't remember what peg he was on, but he got 1 point yesterday, 4 points the first day, so sitting on 5 points. Wins the lake today. He could frame. Well, he will frame, no doubt, because we've got big sections in this competition. So, folks, I'm going to sign off, get some more filming done, and I'll bring you another update for the last hour over on Facebook when I've got back to the other lakes and I've got a better idea what's going on. So I shall speak to you all soon, and stay tuned, and thanks for watching.